I'm Andrew Jenkinson, the Caravan Expert, and welcome to my Caravan channel. Well, here I am today at a rather chilly, murky day near Chorley at Standish Caravans actually, and they deal with good value for money pre-owned tourers. Now, looking around tourers, and we're all after a bargain at the end of the day, and I particularly have been looking around tourers on used forecourts now for too many years I care to remember, but you'll see lots of videos on YouTube of people telling you what to look for on a used tourer. Some of it isn't always the best information, some of it's okay, but hopefully I'll give you some very good set practice of things to look for. Now, I've got 3k in my pocket potentially, and I want a tourer, but I don't want to spend a lot. And at the end of the day, I want a 2-berth and washroom. Now, 3k is going to be very limiting to buying a tourer these days, because are you going to be buying rubbish? Well, to be quite honest, we're going to look at this 2009 6.3 2004 Swift Challenger, and the Challenger was a great van at the time. It obviously still is, but it came with lots of kit. I'm going to show you around it now because I've just got the dude to light it up for me, because it is in December, and it's got lots of spec. Okay, it's not got Aldi heating, but it's got things like barbecue point, exterior main socket, wet locker, TV aerial, AKS. So for this sort of money, you've got a good van. But what's it like inside? Well, we're going to have a look in there first, but in a minute. But I'm going to take you quickly around the outside here, and basically see if we can pick up any major flaws. Right. Okay. Let's go and have a quick look around. Well, starting at the front, the Swift has an AKS hitch, and everything looks in pretty good order. Of course, you've got the 2 twin sockets there. There's a big gas bottle locker, and also these windows are in really good condition. Now, what you'll sometimes find with some is that the window's gone in the middle and been changed, but on this it doesn't look that's been the case. The GRP is holding up well, the grab handles are nice and firm. It's really looking good so far. And then you get things like the barbecue point, nice little extra feature there, and also you have the battery box and also an external locker that was locked. Unfortunately, I couldn't get into that, but there's where you got your battery goes in, your main socket, and the exterior main socket. The windows are all in good condition. The aluminium is pretty unscathed, and all the seals look fine. Actually, this is a very dry van. Even those glitzy alloys are in very good condition, so someone's looked after it very well. And then there's a little slight dent there, but it looks possibly an awning pole, but it's nothing to worry about. And of course the stable door clip has been broken, but that's just easily replaced. Now, the rear end here is where the cassette loo is, and also the to top up the water tank. And again, all seals look fine. The rear end, there's no damage at all, the lights are all intact, the grab handles are nice and firm, and there's no cracks in the GRP, and again the window is really looking good. The only thing is it's slightly dulled due to age, but you could bring that up with a GRP cleaner. No, it's not going to be like new, but it'll look better than what it does. And on the offside, of course, that's where all the main outlets are for the water in and water out, and there's even a little aerial there for the radio, and there is a status TV aerial. The alloy on this side again has been absolutely clean. There's no move on it, of course, and there's a side locker there for putting some bits and pieces in. So it's looking all very, very good. In the decals are looking good. They've not faded. They're still stuck on nicely too. That big deep window has not been scratched. Now the only thing is, of course, is there has been some slight damage here just on the front. As you can just see, it's nothing really major. It could possibly be repaired if you wanted to do that, but I think that looks like it's done fairly recently as well. So all in all, it's looking quite good. Right, having looked around on the outside, apart from the slight bit of damage down that corner, which is neither here nor there really, and could be repaired with a bit of GRP, this Challenger actually is in pretty good order. I mean, it could do with a clean up on the outside, that's not a problem. But let's go inside, because if it's as good inside as it is on the outside for its age, then I think we've got one impressive tourer for less than 3k. Let's go and have a look and see what's what. Well, I'm here in the Challenger, and it's really actually quite a nice van. Now you've got corner spot lamps in there, and also you've got mains lighting too, which is something that you don't get these days. Now it's an L-shaped configuration, but to be quite honest, at this sort of money, I don't think it's going to really matter too much. So let's have a bit of a tour around, and let's see if it's if we can pick any holes in it. At this money, we've got to find something, haven't we? Let's face it. So let's start off with the kitchen area, I think. Well, this is the kitchen, which is L-shaped. Now usually on an washroom tourer, they're a straight side kitchen and then your end washroom, but Swift, along with Abbey, which of course was part of the Swift group, and even Bailey with in the Series 5 range, launched one called the Normandy, and this had this sort of same layout where the kitchen is an L-shaped with the washroom walking through on the right instead of central as normal. So what have we got? Well, we've got a fantastic big sink here, there's no doubt about it, that goes as a clip-on drainer. We've also got some more worktop here and a main socket there. What you will find on an older tourer, you won't have the amount of main sockets as you have on a new one, of course. And of course components are going to be slightly dated as well. We've got perfectly decent enough fridge, and it's Dometic. That looks very clean, tidy. And we have here a nice drinks cabinet. Look at that. Get your ale in. Plenty of storage. And I quite like this corner unit as well. And of course the Challenger has a dual fuel hob. Now Swift, apart from I think it was Van Master in 2000 that actually started to fit the dual fuel hob, but it was Swift actually as a mainstream manufacturer started in 2003. So any tourer from 2003 in the Swift brand range, apart from Sprites, well, Sprites weren't around then, they weren't making for the UK market, but they'll have a dual fuel hob. Now usually this can go a bit on the rusty side around here, I've seen over the years, but do you know what, this is really immaculate. Of course you get a full oven, and look at that, that oven is like new. It's spark ignition too. It's fantastic. And you've got loads of storage. You've got your little shelves here, and also you have a main cupboard there. Now also what you have in the side there, as you noticed when we went round, and as I said, you've got a side locker which basically is in that corner underneath there. Now you may say, yeah, okay, but you've no microwave. Well, actually you're wrong, because there is. Oh, and there's my horrible face in there, I'm afraid. And yes, there's the microwave. Okay, it's not flush fitted in. That doesn't matter, does it? Wow. And you've got plenty of worktop surfaces, so no problems with having to make do and shuffle stuff around. You've got loads of worktop surface. It's brilliant. It really works well. It's very practical. And you've got those corner shelves as well down there. Now, look at the carpet. Just needs a bit of a vac. Loose fit carpet. Looks brilliant. Looks great. Good condition. Oh, and there's nothing else I forgot to mention too, was also the extractor fan as well. So It's a very good spec van, this, there's no doubt about it. And the challenges were, it even comes with a clock. Yes, the clock's up there. Now, of course, there was no Alder heating, as I said before, but there is, of course, a Truma heater, and it's full blown air, so that'll keep this van very nice and warm during the winter time and on those cold, cooler, should I say, summer evenings. And of course, this is a couple's van, but it's got a really, really decent sized wardrobe in that. Plus, it just has a status TV aerial, and it's got the swivel one, which is another good thing to have. But look at this, it's really, really, really very nice condition. There's your table there for major meal times. So ample sized wardrobe. That's a bit dodgy, they think, but God, you know, hey, can't knock it really, can we? Not at this money. And you get some more storage beneath there. And for the controls for the heater, oh, you're probably in the dark here a little bit, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. You've got your heater controls for the, obviously for the room heater, and also for the water as well, I think. And a very simple control panel above the door. Right, let's venture into the washroom. Now this is a tidy washroom. I think it's a really good design, actually. Obviously decent hand basin in there, cup holders, decent mirror, loads of storage here as well above. That just presses in and comes out. Yes, it does. And of course there's an electric flush loop. Oh, and someone's even left some loo paper. How about that? But the shower is pretty impressive too. That's a decent sized shower. It's a moulded unit. It looks in very good order as well. I'd probably say it's been used very little, that, to be quite honest. Two good LED, not LED lights, sorry, two lights there. Very good condition. This van is absolutely really, really good. I've just had a look around as well. There's no sign of any damp. The dealer says there isn't. It says it's very dry. And I've checked around earlier on before I started the video, actually, and it really is. So, good, and a decent sized window in the back. It's not frosted. Does it really matter? Got a window. And of course you've got a roof vent in there. In that top end there is the actual light that's just come off the lobe there. Someone's actually tried to stick that on, so that might bleach out a bit on the picture. Someone's actually tried to stick that on. Again, these things are easily repairable, but for less than 3k, come on. Right, I'm going to go across into that lounge area. So we're back where we started from, basically, obviously. I'm going to go and sit down and have a look and see if those seats actually are still as comfortable as the day when they were put in. And check those fly screens as well, and the blinds, because that's something that usually gets damaged in use. I love the little pouch there on the side. That's quite a nice little storage thing as well. Okay. Oh, well, okay, maybe these seats have just lost a little bit of support, but on the whole, you can't really complain. This, of course, makes into a double bed, and a good decent sized double bed too. So, let's have a quick look at these. Fine. Excuse me. Same on this side. It's actually a very, very nice fan for the money. It just shows you, for a couple, you know, if you're starting off buying your first tourer, you don't have to spend a lot of money. And why should you? Because at the end of the day, as long as the caravan's is usable, it's not dangerous, it's damp proof, it's fine, everything's working, it's fantastic value for money. And to be quite honest, the Challengers were a great range of tourers, and still are. They've been around since 1985. So, you know what, I'm going to have a look at this price again. I hope they don't mind me just taking it out the window. Yeah, 2,963. And a great spec as well. Its weight maximum is 1291 kilos, so it's towable by most vehicles. It's 1086 unladen, and internally it's 15'2" long. As I say, it's 2004. It's the 460 SE. I probably won't be able to stick that back in the window now. And another thing as well, I've looked around in the corners here for any damp. Also, what they did have a problem with, and it wasn't just Swift actually, it was all the manufacturers who used polyplast windows, was the outer and inner glazing used to rub on when they were on tow. So when the wind pressure was coming, it used to graze them. So lots were changed. Now the trouble was, of course, when they did change them, some of them were different shades. So if it was a tinted brown or a tinted green, like they were on Abbey's, you might get a brown one replacement. It's not too upsetting, it just looks a bit odd, but this is fantastic. It's really good. 3k for less, should I say. Wow, what a starter van this is. So it just proves that you can buy a good tourer for less than £3,000. Now I'm going to be doing some more used buy stuff, because I think it's a very important part of the market, because not everybody can afford, and not everybody wants to spend a lot of money on a tourer. We'll still be doing the new stuff, don't worry. But at the moment, I'm just going to sit and relax in this, because do you know what? It really is really nice. I think if you brought somebody in here who didn't know anything about cars, they'd probably think this is about 6 or 7 grand, to be quite honest. But it's a very comfortable area to be. And as I say, it's not heavy, it's well equipped, it's in very good condition. Where's my checkbook? I would if I was wanting I must admit, if I was wanting a tourer for 2, it was my first caravan, I think I'd be rushing across to that sales office now and signing the cheque. Anyway, I shall speak to you again soon. Please subscribe and please leave comments, and a lot of people are leaving me comments, and nice comments too, so it's been great. I do appreciate it, and I will always try and get back to you, especially if you've got any questions on used, new, anything you want, and I'll always try and get back on tourers, etc. So at the end of the day, I'm going to now sign off, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.